Take a look at these highlights again. Silsbee and LCM, man. I guess it gave you everything that you expected this game to be.
And LCM, came out. Silsbee came out with 3-0 lead. Of course, LCM bounced back and took a 7-3 lead. And then all of a sudden, the Tigers forcing turnovers, scored, I believe, like 20 unanswered points. And then, the Bears would score, kind of late and try to pull within. But, I mean, in the end, it's the Tigers. They got athletes. They have been playing played well last week, played very well tonight. There you see an interception right there. And, this is the LCM team that went undefeated last year in district play. Yeah. But obviously a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces. But in the end, the Silsbee Tigers, boy, they win by 10. Good road win.
You know what I think what it was is that Holton Pepper's favorite quarterback, Mikey Mosier, was out there on the sidelines for Silsbee. That might have been what happened. Holton, what do you think? You were out there.
Yeah, I actually got to talk with Mikey for a little bit. And first of all, just to kind of go on a side note, he loves it at UIW. A lot of older guys out there, they've really accepted him. And we know what Mikey can do with the football, so we expect him to continue to just keep getting better and better. But the story tonight is Caleb Johnson, the guy that sat under Mikey Mosher. I was talking to him, I talked to Coach Randy, and I talked to Matson Morris, the guy who at one point led the state of Texas in tackles. And I was talking to one of their coaches. Matson probably had about 15 to 20 solo tackles just tonight, in tonight's ball game. And it's funny watching him run around the football because Matson just tackles somebody, and then unlike the guy yesterday in the Eagles-Cowboys game when he stands up and flexes on a guy, Matson just stands up and jogs to the sideline. There's just something so beautiful about watching a football play go the way that Matson Morris goes about it. And he tackles somebody, gets back up, and just jogs off the field. And he lets his game speak for himself. This is not a trash-talking guy. Heck, he was on the interview. I just interviewed him just before we came back on here, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, do you want to get interviewed live, or do you want to do it, just off camera and do a little recording?" He's like, "Please, for the love of God, do not put me on live television." He's afraid of it. The guy is afraid of the camera. But let me tell you something. He is fearless on the football field. This guy is ridiculous and flies around. And that front seven for Silsbee is something to behold in 2025. This is a scary, scary team. You want to know why? Because LCM, as Nick was talking about, went undefeated in district last year and ended up winning in a district with Huffman-Hargrave. And LCM is a very, very, very talented squad. Yes, they're down a quarterback, but even tonight, the backup quarterback was looking well polished, I might say. In the pocket, was delivering beautiful, had touch on the football, was delivering a lot of times to different receivers and controlled the run game and scrambles. Silsbee has very, very big guys down in the trenches, and they were getting after the quarterback all night, and so was LCM. It's just Caleb Johnson, we know, is the kind of guy that can create havoc in the backfield and then create a play, as you've seen in the highlights. Guys, it's been a phenomenal game. 24-14, Silsbee wins this one. They move to 2-0, and don't sleep on LCM. Just because they're 0-2, district play's coming up. And there is still plenty of time for LCM to figure this thing out as they did last year. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, Holden. He's absolutely right. Lots of football left to play.
Oh, yeah, and they're going to be a playoff team. They just, like I said, hey, non-district play, get you prepared for district play. It's going to be a gauntlet, but they'll be ready. They will be ready.
Absolutely.